Hello class. So I made this pot and I wanted to fire it, but in the meantime, my ear broke off. It's a little cat face pot and it's functional because I also made holes on the bottom. So once I would fire it and it would be hard like this, basically it would have be functional and the water would escape from there. Before I got to fire it, I moved it, transported it, and because unfired clay is very fragile, it cracked. So I will try to fix this, but this is my example. I put dry flowers right now here and a little branch, but this is what we're gonna be making today, and this is for 4th and 5th grade only. This is a little more advanced clay lesson, and we're gonna start with the pinched pot, which we have been learning in all the different grades up to now. So pinched pot is very basic, so hopefully that part will be familiar to you. And so let's get started right away. I'm gonna leave this example here. So we start always with a bowl. So squeeze your clay enough so that you're ready to roll it into a bowl, and then start rolling it between your hands. Don't pound it on the table for no reason. It will stick to the table anyway. Don't try to do anything else. Just practice this way. This is the easiest way I found to do it. So we're gonna roll it between our hands like so, and then when we're happy with the bowl, you're gonna start pinching with and this one is a harder clay, so it already hardened on me. Yours is going to be a little softer, so mine is cracking a little bit, but that's okay. I can still work with it. So I'm going to be pinching my thumb inside, and I am cupping with one hand, and I'm making sure that when something cracks on the wall, that I'm sealing the crack with my hands, and I'm adding more clay. I'm turning and cupping my bowl in my hand, and I'm using the shape of my palm to help me form the pinch pot. Okay, so I'm gonna keep making it a little thinner. I had a smaller bowl of a clay, so this one will be smaller than this one. Okay, but it will be the same process. Okay. So right now, once I have it down as the size I like, you can push a little bit to form a little more squarish look to it. And the way to do it is just lay it on the table and just form the walls a little straighter, and you can push them inside. So I'm kind of pushing them like this to make them a little sturdier, the walls together, like I'm pushing this way. Okay, and I'm compressing the walls a little bit, and they're going to be sturdier and stronger. Okay, so after that, I am going to take a little extra clay, and I'm going to start forming my ears, and I'm going to score the area I'm going to attach and to the inside of the pot, or you can do it to the outside of the pot. It doesn't matter, because you're gonna still be forming the face anyway, so you're gonna change that. And I'm smoothing it. You can use your pencil, or you can use this fork, which is a great tool, and or you have all kinds of clay tools on your table. And so you're gonna start forming the ear the way you want it, and make sure it's attached properly. Okay, and you can shape it and detail it at that point. Just make sure, see that crack right here on this side? So the best way to do that is to make sure it's smooth, and you basically glue it to itself. That way it's not gonna fall off. Okay, just this, if you're very careful with this, you're gonna keep your ears better. Okay, Also, all the grades will get a little bit of water too, and a brush so you can seal this area as well this way and smooth it out so that it doesn't fall off as well. So each table will have one brush. You can share a little bit of water. Don't put too much because you will lose the shape. So it's tempting to start making and rubbing the whole entire sculpture with excess water, but that will not help you sculpt better. It will start losing your shape. So don't overdo it, okay? Keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna lay my cat face this way down, and I'm gonna start forming. I'm gonna need 3 parts for the nose, as you can see. I'm gonna need the muzzle, so 2 balls, 1 ball for the nose, and then 2 balls for the eyes. So really 5 little balls, about equal size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna divide my clay into 5 sections, and they're not very equal, but I'm gonna work with it as I go, add a little more here and there, and go ahead and form little balls. Okay, you know how to do that, just forming a little ball. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 balls. This one, let's finish making that one ear with this. So I still miss another ear. I made a little triangle with piece of clay. I'm gonna score it a little bit. You can score it with this too. If you have this tool on your table, okay? Score it. This is called scoring. And score where you're gonna put it. So I'm gonna put mine somewhere not too far, so because my face, I want the face and the ears to be together. So I'm gonna score here. I'm gonna score that part. So you can see I'm scoring pretty close to the other ear. Like so. You can, if you have that brush, you can even, if your clay is starting to get dry, you can make it slightly wet before you touch the other part. Okay, so I'm gonna attach it now. Don't make it too wet because it will glide off and you're gonna have a problem attaching it. Now I'm smoothing the edges. See, this process is the hardest for students because they don't listen, they don't watch the video properly, and then it keeps falling off. Okay, turn it over and use your tool again to smooth this edge here. Okay, so you want to make sure it's attached there very good over that edge. So smooth that seam so it doesn't go anywhere, like this. Okay, take your time. All right, those are my 2 ears. Now I'm ready for my nose. So pick one of the balls that will look good for the nose. I'm choosing the smallest for the nose. I'm gonna pinch it like this. So I pinched the ball on both sides, and that kind of gave me like a triangle look. And then I'm gonna push on top to make it flatter. So I have 2 indentation here, as you can see. It's like a triangle. Okay. A pencil is best for this, so you can do a pencil indentation like this. Go on the inside like that. Score your bottom of your nose. Score it. Score the area you're gonna put your nose in. I'm gonna zoom in nice and closer so we can see better. Okay, I'm gonna score. You can use a little bit of brush. Apply some water there so it doesn't fall off, and now push so that it attaches, and then use your pencil and attach that area where you putting your pencil in. Attach it and twirl it a little bit. Make sure, even use your eraser, it would be good because it makes a nice smooth line. Okay, and it attaches it really nicely, and just smooth that nose into it. See how I'm doing it? Okay, you can indent those nostrils in there, but don't lose the shape of the nose. And nose is in. At this point, if you want to, you can attach the eyes with an extra bow, or you can also do simple eyes if you like this look better. Or you can make a smaller eye than that if you don't want it to be too big. So I'll just do a small little eye. I'm gonna put a little bit of water here, and on this eye, score the underside. And always make sure you twirl it a little bit. I'm twirling the eye just so it stays. Even though I scored it, I'm still making sure I twirled it enough. And then push firmly so that this even helps attach that clay around the eye better so it doesn't fall off. Here I even secured it more because I applied some coils around the eye so that you would hold the eye in a little bit more too. The way to do that is to make a coil like this and go around the eye, right? Push it in and use your tool and push that clay in there. It's gonna make nice texture. It's gonna look artistic too, okay? If you like this look. And it is a little bit more advanced, this lesson. It is for older students, so you can simplify it if it's too much for you. If you can make it a little easier, just make a simple eye or make a simple smiling face like this. Two U's would make a nice simple smile here, 1 and 2, and some indentations for that if you don't want to do the whole muzzle like this. Okay, in fact, I'm probably gonna make this smaller, simpler version so that I have two versions, one with the muzzle, which would be just attaching another bowl, scoring it, right, and one without the muzzle, just making the U shapes with the pencil like this. But you would need to score it if you want to attach it and have that look, okay, and attach it that way. I am out of time and we're about 15 minutes into it, so I hope that you understood the lesson fine. Don't forget to score like these, push in and make sure everything is adhered properly so eyes are not falling off all over the place. Make sure they're attached well. When you make coils, take your time, don't rush through it. Attach them around the eye just so it stays. And finish your face any artistic way that you like, because you can do textures like these, okay, in the ears. Just make sure it doesn't fall off. You can create almost a hair textures all around your cute little face, and leave it up to you if it's a dog, if it's a cat, okay. And at this point, these are the two versions that I'm going to show you in class. One with the muzzle like this attached with the balls, and one without it, so it's a simpler version. So now it's up to you how you're going to finish it. And if you want this to be functional, make sure you put holes with your pencil, see, so the water can escape like so, and gently turn it over. Don't mess your face up, and then go over those holes one more time just to make sure they're really open. As you can see, they were not really open from the other side, so you have to make sure the holes are open properly so the water can escape. And at that point, just sign your name somewhere, maybe here on the back. Put your initials. Mine is MK, and then class code, and make sure it's visible and big enough to read. I'm gonna say VPE will be my class code, but you will get a special class code to put on. Okay, so make sure it's signed, and now is your turn. I can't wait to see how yours turn out. And if you need help, please raise your hand. Don't call out. Thank you so much, and Let's see how these adorable pots are gonna turn out. And then we're gonna get to paint them, glaze them, fire them, and use them with our flowers in them. It's gonna be adorable. Now is your turn.